Batio Bati. There were 4 brothers. 3 of the brothers were mystical, magical people. These 4 brothers were well known throughout the land. One of the brothers, the youngest brother, had no mystical, magical powers. Did not. And the other 3 older brothers, often they would make fun of him for not having any mystical, magical powers. But one day, they were walking through the forest on their way to the king's palace. The king had called all of the people together, and the king said, I need to choose an heir to the throne. And the king had heard of the 4 brothers. He knew that one of them had no mystical, magical powers, and he knew that the other 3 did. But the king invited all 4 of them to the palace. Now, as they're traveling through the woods on the way to the palace, they come upon the bones of a dead lion. Batio Bati. And these 3 brothers who had the mystical, magical powers, they were always showing off. So one brother stepped forward and he said, I have the mystical, magical power to assemble all of the bones of this lion, no matter where they are, back together. And he was showing off. So he waved his hands like this, and all of the bones of the lion came back together. The next brother was not to be outdone. He wanted to show off his power. He said, I have the power to put muscle and meat and sinew back on the bones of the body of the lion. Watch me. And he waved his arms, and then there was muscle on the bones of the lion. The youngest brother, he stopped them. He said, wait, this doesn't sound like a good idea. Maybe we should stop here. But the other brother said, I have power. I have power too. I have power to make the lion come alive again. And when the little brother heard this, the little brother ran and climbed a tree and got out of the way. The brother who could make the lion come back to life waved his arms. And when he did, the lion stood up. The lion looked at the 3 brothers who were standing in front of him. And the lion said, I'm hungry. Batio Bati. The lion began chasing those 3 mystical, magical brothers, and they ran. They were running from the lion, and as they ran away, some people say to this day they are still running. But the brother who did not have any mystical, magical powers, who had climbed the tree, came down out of the tree and went on his way to the palace.
Also, he's going to be the person who sits on the throne.
Batio Bati. Yes. He was the person who sat on the throne, not because he had any mystical, magical powers, but he survived because he had what we call common sense.